I also got shown since then to, I met this breatharian guy who I've seen on the internet. I saw him on the real side, and we had a little chat, and then one of the guides told me that I should interview him here in the physical reality to share with these breatharian people what we're doing, because breatharianism, it's something, it's an experience you can decide, and but there's a lot more to life than just living off of the energy that life provides in creation. And so, yeah, it's a fun adventure, this physical body. It can be at times if you want it to be, and it's definitely better to have one that works good than doesn't. It's a lot easier to be here with a comfortable, cleaner, lighter, fluid body. So, yeah, that's a few things I've seen recently.
I've also been shown myself on the real side or dream visions in a checkout line with certain vegetables or salad mixes or radishes or black radishes, horseradish, because these are really great to get mucus out of the body, which can eventually overload the organs and cause organ failure, diseases, and cancers to grow. And there's an experience of a friend of ours. She was shown on the real side or the dream visions from one of the real universal guides, Rebazar, to eat onions because the onions and garlic can act as antibiotics. And she was shown to eat the red onion so that she would not end up with a sinus infection, essentially overload of mucus. And she didn't do that. So she did end up becoming sick. So the next time Rebazar showed her what to eat on the real side, she did listen to it and she did not become sick from it. So it does pay to pay attention, as has been said in the past, and it does make sense to pay attention to what life is and become more aware and make better choices. The other thing I wanted to share is that life is going to present something to you and you decide. So it's also going to be able to show you what it is that you need for yourself that another person might not be able to show you. And it's going to be according to your own real awareness. So it's like the real you showing the created you what it is that it needs. And so with your real awareness, you can decide, or your personal self can decide, whichever one you decide or allow to basically make the choices in your life. And it will, like I said, go according to what it sees that is workable for you in the moment and what you're capable of in the moment. So as an example to that, I'll share my own experience. We decided to do a solid food vacation, which was actually a juice feast or a juice fast, where we were drinking lots of juices out of a juicer, citrus juices and other fruits and vegetables and herbs as well, with some spices, and sometimes we added a little bit of honey or maple syrup to our juices. And with this, it was to be a 30-day juice fast, and many people will do a 30-day. Some people do a 2, 3 days, 7 day, 14, whatever, okay? But people will go up to 30 days. They'll go up to 60, to 90, to 120 until they decide and declare themselves as a liquidarian, and then declare themselves at some point as a breatharian. So that would be you're only drinking liquids, and then you're basically only absorbing energy from the sun or what is already available from life without taking in any kind of food or liquids, from my understanding. So I decided to do the juice fast, and the first week was an interesting experience. And one thing that you would be interested in would be high colonics, hydrocolon therapy, or enemas. These are really great to do for yourself, either going to a place of business that does hydrocolon therapy or hycolonics, or getting your own enema kit at home, which is a lot less expensive, and it's very easy to do enemas. It's very easy if you have a cold or some kind of sickness to do an enema and for it to completely get rid of it, because you're essentially bringing out this toxic waste that is causing that cold, which is just built up mucus. And so the enema, when you do it, can actually get rid of that mucus overload. And I have my own experience with this when I was having a situation, feeling very, very tired and lethargic, and to the point of that cold, sickness, flu-like feeling. I did an enema and it totally got rid of it instantaneously. And this was a feeling I had for over a day, but instantaneously it got rid of it. So I would definitely suggest people look into that if you're having any situations. And I use John Ellis water from the Electron 5 machine. Many people use different things. People do coffee enemas. They will add lemon and all different things, but I do suggest that you look into that before you just start putting things into your body. And of course, if you want to do the water, then I would suggest to do a distilled water or a RO water or some kind of purified water. And we do use the John Ellis water, which feels absolutely amazing and completely different than any other waters in your body. You can actually feel the difference within the intestines. It's quite amazing for what it is. And so during this juice fast, I was deciding whether or not I wanted to continue it for the full 30 days. So I was being shown on the real side, if I was not going to continue it, what it is that my body needed to eat. And what my body needed, what I was shown on the real side, I was shown myself cooking eggs multiple times in different forms and in different ways. I was also shown a piece of sourdough or pumpernickel bread with raw butter on top. And mainly the eggs kept coming up if I was to stop doing the fast. But I decided to continue doing the fast, and I'm really grateful that I did. It's been a great transformation for my physical, emotional, and mental bodies, and even the causal and etheric bodies throughout creation. And so I continued to do the fast even past the 30 days into about 37 days, and great health benefits. It's very easy to know which foods that my body is able to handle, and my digestion is so much better now, and many other benefits as well. So I would suggest looking into that. Now I was going to give it over to Mary, and then we could wrap up this episode. Did either of you guys want to say something beforehand?
No, I'm cool. Yeah.
Well,
I guess you say for me.
Yeah, I mean, just one quick thing. Kelsey touched on how life and the guides can see where you're at, and they can show you things on the real side according to where you're at that you can do for yourself at the given time period that your physical body is in at that point in time. An example is like our friend Claudie. She was shown to do the scalar energy treatment from Tom Palladino, and she's been shown very frequently lots of different things, just change things gradually, because you can shock the body too much. And like I mentioned, the body doesn't necessarily need food, but people want food, or the body is not ready to give up food straight away. And so, yeah, we don't agree to it. We don't stick to or hold on to any dogma or health ideas, because we see that there's so many things that can work for different people, and there's just so many things. And so it's good to look to the real side and get your own answers instead of like agreeing to someone else's ideas and ideologies. You know, off to Mary on the East Coast.
Hi guys, this is Mary. I'm glad the last thing you said touched on that there's so many different options for so many people. Um, just recently I had a discussion, and it's like a sensitive topic, but not eating meat. And there was a point in time where for like a year and a half, I was doing the vegan thing, and then I went vegetarian, and then I was like craving meat at some point. And, I had started, I mean, there's a huge mass production of meat, and a lot of it is like cancerous, and for the most part, we're super overindulgent in aspects of everything here. But that doesn't negate like eating meat. It's not, from my point of view, there are people that can really benefit from eating meat. And I know it's like a sensitive subject for people because they feel like, they're killing animals, and unfortunately they are on like a huge mass scale. But at the same time, in a bigger picture, everything pans out, so to say. And whatever, some people need meat at the end of the day, so if that's what you need for your body to function properly, then I would suggest that you still do that. Again, just like not going off everyone's ideas. But at the same time, on the real side, I've had some dreams about eating peanut butter. And then I also have had, just not too recently, but I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago or a month ago or something, have dreams about fruits and blending like fruits up. And in the physical, I am like craving, blended fruits and fruits in general. So my fruit intake has definitely increased. And like smoothies, I would like to implement it more. Juicer's a bit expensive, but it's on the list of things to get to do. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of lost my train of thought. My son's still not asleep. He was just laying down. Yeah, so I mean, in the physical sense, your body will just crave for certain things, and I definitely suggest that you eat them. And then on the real side, it's definitely been shown on occasions, like what I should be doing. Actually, I saw like on the real side, it was like definitely like vegetables that were being blended up. Actually, it wasn't even fruits, and it was just like I needed like more spinach, maybe like more iron in my diet. And then also the kale juice. So it could have been that too. So actually that was like a while ago, and I ended up in the physical making the more kale juice, and the purple cabbage juice. So yeah, that's it for the most part.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. That's cool. I always say, or what I see is that, yeah, I agree that just like it's fine to give in to cravings that you might have. You can decide to not give in to them, and sometimes you're okay. Like sometimes I'm hungry and then I want to eat, but then I like can't really be bothered, or I know that I don't really need to, so I'll just not eat, and then I'll be okay. And then other times I actually do want to eat, so so I do eat. But yeah, it's like Kelsey said also, as you get, as your body gets cleaner, like she said on the juice fast, and then you go back to eating other foods, you're more sensitive to how your body reacts. And yeah, and then the other thing, you mentioned blending up vegetables. Erick met this lady recently who had like a smoothie recipe, where you blend up like a whole orange and lemons with the skin and beets and ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper, some garlic cloves too. And that's basically it. You can add and change things as you want to, like adding spinach like you see it in. And yeah, that she's been helping people heal their cancers by drinking, I think, 2 or 3 of those smoothies a day. So yeah, you can do it. There's lots of ways to do it. So yeah, and it's fun to look to the real side because it's more real. That's why we call it the real side. So yeah, and I don't know if we've even mentioned it, but you can sing the song before you go to sleep, and it helps you remember your dreams, but also it's like the real connection to the true reality life is, and the real guides will see you if you sing this song, and that can assist you with your health if you ask them to, or anything else like seeing your tap lines or what's affecting your other bodies. So, and that song, we call it the New You. It goes like New You, and it's really cool.
Yeah, and you can sing it when you wake up. You can sing it throughout the day. You can sing it, but it's really super effective before you go to sleep. Yeah.
And when you wake up too, it can help you remember.
Yeah.
If you sing it as soon as you wake up.
Yeah, so you see what happens. You give in to that donut craving and you see what happens, if it's okay or not. Sometimes there's just one little thing and whatever it is you're craving that you need, and many times you can just have it that one time and you won't crave it again. It's just for that moment. It's something that you need, or that day, or something you're lacking. There's something I've heard about a lot recently called the Chronometer or Chronometer. A lot of people that only eat fruits and vegetables, or only eat things that are not an animal or animal products, they use it a lot to make sure that they're getting all of their vitamins and minerals in, calories as well. That's from my empirical research is what I've found, is that many people have had issues with not eating animals and not eating animal products because they're lacking certain vitamins when they could be supplementing for them and things like that. And yeah, with the eating animals and animal products, at some point we can recognize ourselves as free beings of real light. Eventually, however long it takes, 10 years, 100 millions of years, to where we can see ourselves as these beings of light, and we don't need any food, and we can operate from that position, and we don't need to harm anything or harm ourselves either. But however long that process takes, and becoming more aware of what we eat really is that free being of real light. But it can be a possibility that each person can decide, and then you can become more aware of. So it's not about getting there very quickly or very fast. A step at a time, and have fun with what you're doing, and look on the real side and get your own confirmations for what it is you need and where you are and you're in that moment. And it's interesting that you mentioned peanut butter, Mary. I have this book for fun that's called Constant Cravings, and it's an example of the possibility of what you're craving, what it could be that you're craving on an emotional level. And so the person is trying to get it on the physical level through food. And peanut butter, one of the things that it suggests is that you can be craving more fun in your life. So more fun with the kids and dreaming in the natural environment. Just an idea. But I would say that we did great, everybody sharing for now. And next time we can share more ways to support your physical health. And I do have a PDF document that I created for Nations United Universal University with a list of probably 100 different natural ways to heal yourself of any physical situations you have going on. Another thing you can do is talk to the specific body parts, either here or on the real side, and see what's going on with them and what it is they need and what they're lacking and why they're, in a way, crying out to you in pain or some kind of dis-ease. And there's also multiple links on this document I created that you can click on that show other possible ways to heal yourself. So what we're here to do is present that there's more than the literal, the stagnant and the cemented, self-convinced view of things. And there's always more, and we can each always learn and become more aware and have a lot of fun doing it. So thanks for listening to our show, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have fun becoming more aware.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift and hope that you'll take it into her side.